Welcome to 2019 and the Social Chameleon Show, where our goal is to help you learn, grow, and transform into the person you want to become.
Yeah.
Today, we want to talk about focusing on you.
Yeah, focusing on you. Well, this episode, I think, was kind of meant to be like a New Year's resolution episode, but not really, but really, I don't know, man. Whatever. I guess the last episode, that was the last one for last year, right? Was the not to do list. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, I guess we talked about what not to do. So on this one, I kind of wanted to focus on, how to spend, I guess, the most important time of your day, focusing on the things that really matter. You know what I mean? Like, for example, some people, it doesn't matter what your New Year's resolution is. In this one, we have a lot of examples.
Mm-hmm.
But, if you wanted to go to the gym, it's like, have you made time for that? Right? It's like, do you make time to do other things? Like maybe eat, right? Like, or,
going
yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's like, do you have time to sleep today? It's like, you bet you find time to go to the bathroom. I mean, it doesn't take much time to go to the bathroom, but I'm pretty sure that, whether it be going to sleep, going to work, whatever, like you find time to do those things. So, whatever your New Year's resolution is, or whatever, some type of thing that you want to do, let's get cracking down on some of that stuff. So just most people do things automatically without ever thinking about, why is it that when I wake up, like I brush my teeth, or why is it when I wake up, I always get out on the left side of the bed instead of the right side? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I call it the 4 pillars. I don't know. It doesn't have to be 4 pillars, but basically most people start right with either your health, right? Whether that be physical and or spiritual, whatever that's going to be, wealth, happiness. I always spell happiness with a Y. I don't know about you, but that's just how
That's
I
the
spell
greatest. It's a good movie. They spell it
it.
wrong. It's all right with me.
It's all good. And then I guess relationships or your love life or whatever it's going to be. But I mean, generally, it doesn't matter where you go, like something's going to fall within those categories. Some of them may overlap, but this isn't an end all be all. It's just kind of like a guide to put things out there. So
a framework per se, I guess, right?
Frameworks. Yeah. I don't know. You got anything to add to that, I guess, Tice? Or
no, I mean, you really nailed it on the head there. I mean, everything we do for the most part is habitual. It's a lot of times we just do things, we don't think about it, and stopping to think about it and recognizing, why am I doing this? Does it fit into the categories? Is this in line with my intentions, with my goals, whatever you're setting for yourself? I mean, really just nailed it with that.
Yeah, nice. All right. So again, we just have these pillars, or they're basically just categories, and common examples that most people can fall under some of these, and not all of them may apply to you, but hopefully some of them do. But before we get started into the categories of what we got, I can't stress it enough. Like, people, you have to make time. Like, you want something done, right? Like, you want to get a paycheck in 2 weeks, you got to go to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to have energy for the next day, like, you got to eat, you got to go to sleep. So make sure that these are, number 1, things that you really want to accomplish. And number 2, make sure you block time for them. For me, I always recommend doing the first few waking hours, maybe, I don't know, 60, 90 minutes. If you got that, some people do, some people don't. But again, Tyson was saying, we have these habits, right? You wake up, you take a shower, you brush your teeth, or maybe you make coffee or eat your oatmeal or whatever it's going to be, but you try to get in there and make those first few hours of the day count for you. And if it's not the first few hours of the day, then make a time, block a time, whatever the most productive time is for you today, or the best time for you to do that, and focus. You got to focus. You got to do things if you really want it to make a difference.
And I would even like to add to that, if you don't already have that block in the morning at 60 to 90 minutes, make that. Wake up an hour earlier by going to sleep an hour earlier. I'm sure whatever's on Netflix or whatever shit you've got on the DVR or something like that, It can be done another time. But setting a thing, I want to get these things done in the morning. Well, I normally get up at 7. I fly out the door as fast as I possibly can. So I don't have that time if I wake up at 7. But if I got up at 6 or 5 or whatever it is for you, now I've got this time I never had before anyway. I can do these things. Maybe before your kids get up. Maybe before the world wakes up and all these things start happening.
Yeah.
Up for yourself. Go to sleep an hour earlier. You ain't going to miss out on shit. Setting yourself up in the morning to win and to not be, half dressed. I see people all the time, putting on makeup in their car, shaving in their car, instead of just getting up a little bit earlier and then not stressing out and not having that thing and not just blasting into your day on somebody else's schedule, not giving yourself that first block in the morning to set yourself up to win the whole day. Really can make a huge difference on yourself. That's first, 60 minutes of your day. You set yourself up to win the day. Everything else after that is just going to flow so much easier. I would say if you think I'm crazy, just try it. Give it a week. Wake up an hour earlier and see the difference it can make in your life.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely all about that. I mean, as far as for me, I like to do the thing that I'm focused on most during that time when I wake up, because that way nothing can interfere with it. Right. It's like if everybody knows that you wake up at 6, but you don't start your day till 8, like nobody's going to call you before 8 o'clock. Nobody's going to do anything with you or try to take that time away from you. If they know that, hey, Ransom normally wakes up at 8, like just don't tell people. Just get up at 6, do your thing, and then start texting or emailing people at 8 o'clock. Be like, hey, I just woke up. Like, even though you know that that's not truthful per se, but you spent the time to do what you needed to do, got rid of it, and now you're ready to start your day. So,
and what I like to do to make sure that doesn't happen is I keep my phone on airplane mode.
Well, I mean, whatever the case is, I mean, obviously you have to learn to block the time. Right. For me, I find it's easiest to do that in the morning before anybody can start taking time away from me. Because if let's just say you make time to work out in the afternoon, it's like, at the end of your work day, people want to go hang out. They want to do stuff. Like, you're already caught up in that motion. It's like, maybe I won't go to the gym today. I'll go hang out with my buddies at work. It's like, if you do it first thing in the morning, nothing can come in and interrupt it. So you wake up, you have your me time, and then you start your day. I don't know.
I like that. That's
yeah. And then secondly, along with making time, right, is like you got to choose the people that you hang around with. Okay. Your friends and family, get them on board. You know what I mean? You want those friends to help you, remind you. You want your family to help back you up. Granted, there are going to be some personality types that don't need that, right? You don't need accountable. You're a rebel. Yeah, you don't need nobody telling you what you got to do. But, whatever that accountability system is, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's yourself, get that person on board with what's going on to help you stay on track with and get focused on these things. Can't stress that enough. You need help, go get it, and make time to do it. 2 most important things. All right. You want to hit us off with the first few on health, I guess? Is that what we're
let's get into
jump into health, I guess, first? Yeah,
the first pillar we have, not in any particular order, but health. Yeah. Definitely one of the most important of them all.
It is important. Some say it's more important than others, but I don't know. They're all equally important at some point in your life.
Yeah. I mean, especially, without health, a lot of these other things would be really hard to do.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
Yeah. So like you were saying, when you first wake up in the morning, what's your intention? You want to go for a run? Set yourself up to win. Have your stuff ready. Have your shoes there. Have your running clothes there. So you wake up in the morning, there's no excuses. Like, here's all this stuff. It's on top of mind. Like, this is what I'm going to do this morning. And getting up, getting that stuff going,
Yeah. I kind of like that too. Like you just mentioned, like have your stuff ready, like the night before you go to sleep, like plan this out. Be like, put your workout suit up, like, oh, what am I going to wear tomorrow when I go run? Like what kind of shoe, like have your get up, like already set to go, your gym clothes, your gym bag, like pack that the night before. Just kind of preps your mind and get you ready for like when you wake up. Hey, this is the first thing I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on this. You wake up, grab your gym bag and just get going. Kind of like that.
Yeah, it eliminates a lot of barriers and a lot of things. And then you're in the morning, like, I don't really feel like it. I got to go get my stuff. And it's like, no, that's all gone. It's all eliminated. All the excuses. Try to eliminate all the excuses, all the barriers that you have for yourself.
Yeah, don't get caught in that trap. I mean, for me, it's easy because I live in a tropical paradise. Like I can go running any day of the week. It don't matter.
Right.
Like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be sunny. The most you might get is some rain. I can deal with that. I can run in the rain. It don't matter. But for most people, they actually have to go to a physical place or building, get on a treadmill. Hopefully that place is close to home. Some people have gyms in their apartment, or some people live across the street from 24-hour fitness. But again, don't get caught in that trap, right? You're trying to limit excuses. You're trying to limit the amount of barriers that come up in the way. It's like if your barrier is physically getting to the gym, like you got to find a way to break that, because your habit, is not going to start till you get there. So you got to kind of find a way to get there. If not, maybe pick a more convenient location, something that's 10 minutes from your house, or, along the way, or something like that.
Yeah. And that's what I found my problem was with going to the gym was I like to work out usually in the evenings. And what I would find is I would make up a bunch of excuses like, oh, it's kind of late. Kids want to do something, and I wouldn't go. And then I was like, I'm going to go in the morning. I'm like, I got to drive. It's like, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes away. And then I'm like, I don't really feel like that. I'll do it a little later. Maybe I'll go in the afternoon or something like that. And then I was like, you know what? If this shit was downstairs in my garage, I would have no excuses. I could go any time of the day. I don't have to get ready, get all this stuff. So that's what I did. I canceled my membership. I spent that money and I bought some stuff and I put it in my garage. So much simpler now for me. That works for me. That's something that I did because that was my excuses and my things that I kept coming up with, all these reasons to not go. So that's what I did.
It doesn't take much. I mean, obviously, if you've been lifting weights and you're in that game, you will need a gym, but hopefully you have enough discipline at that point. But if you're just getting started, don't go out and get a gym membership. Just go buy kettlebells, or
that's what I did. I bought kettlebells.
Buy some dumbbells or something like that, and get a little adjustable bench, one that you can do, just dumbbell presses on, and then sit it up to do shoulder presses. And, that should be more than enough. Just get one of those little vertical things, kettlebells, some dumbbells, jump rope, something like that. Squat. I mean, but whatever, it doesn't take that much. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, yeah, some people do calisthenics, but some people also, whatever their limit is, they want weights for whatever reason. So, and just know that if you're just starting out lifting weights, you're not going to lift very much in the beginning. Just start small. Once that gets too much for you, then go buy your next piece of equipment. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't need a 150-piece set of weights.
Yeah, you just go get the basics, maybe a 10, 20, and 30. Start with that. Once 30 gets too much for you, then go buy the 35, go buy the 40 at that point. You don't need to go all in right at the beginning.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And then along with that, you got to be eating well too. And nutrition is a huge component. And if you're eating, McDonald's and ho-hos and ding dongs, your body's running on ho-hos and ding dongs. And that's the fuel you're giving your body. And,
yeah.
Well, I think we've talked about this before maybe, but a lot of people are like, well, it's cheaper if I do that. If you really looked at it, it's not cheaper. It's either the same or sometimes even cheaper to eat healthier because you're eating less because you're full longer. You have a box of Hot Pockets. I get a whole box of Hot Pockets at Costco for $12. But you're going to eat 2, 3, 4 Hot Pockets at a time versus if you got something comparable in price and you made a meal, you're going to be, full with the vegetables and the meats and stuff. You're going to be full longer. So you're going to eat less. And you're also fueling your body on better foods, more vitamins and different things like that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, again, I always want to say stay away from those traps. If your overall health is your overall goal is to increase your health and make it better, yes, you will need to go to the gym. Yes, you will need better nutrition. However, again, don't get caught in the trap. It's like some people get overwhelmed, I got to go get all these nutritional things. I got to go to the grocery store and buy all this stuff. I got to meal prep. Okay, slow down. Let's just work on one thing at a time. Maybe you don't need to go to the grocery store and buy that. Maybe you can go find a meal prep service that's already out there. There's a lot of people, in fact, if you go to the gym, just go ask them, hey, where do you get you guys meal preps from? Or do you recommend anybody? I'm sure there'll be a bunch of people in there telling you, oh yeah, I use this, I use that, or I did use this and their meals got stale. So now I use this person. It's not that hard. Like there are meal prep services out there for sure.
Or even necessarily what you are buying. Maybe it's what you're not buying. Like maybe you stop buying the Whole Foods. Maybe you stop buying the soda, and just start slowly. Like, I'm just going to take this one thing out. I'm going to get used to this. It's not hard. Like, we're addicted to these things. These guys, these companies spend a lot of money, a lot of R&D to make sure,
their secret sauce
satisfying, and we want more of them. And it's tough. It's an addiction. It's been associated with the addiction of, crack and cocaine and stuff like that. I mean, so, don't be hard on yourself. Like, if you need to start a little slower, that's fine. Just start maybe just eliminating things. I'm not going to buy these things. If there's not a bag of Doritos in my house, I can't eat Doritos.
This is true.
So it can just start as simple as not buying something. And maybe I'm not going to have, something for breakfast. I'm not going to have a soda for lunch, whatever it is for you. Start slow, start stuff. Just doing the things is what matters, not going all in and tearing everything out of your house and starting from scratch and then really frustrating yourself and failing. And it's like, oh, fuck, I'm a failure. No, it's okay. If today wasn't your day, that's fine. You got tomorrow, start over again,
Yeah. And again, these are just examples that we're throwing out there, not saying you have to do any one or all of them. But again, if you're working on your health, usually people want to work out or usually people want to eat better, right? So let's just say you already have the gym thing down, or for some reason you don't need to go to the gym, but you just want to eat better. Again, take that first time out during the day, that first 90 minutes of your day, and be like, okay, I'm going to go grocery shopping for, fruits and vegetables and get all that fresh produce right when it's fresh. Do things that are exciting. I mean, I know for some of you females out there, you got to put on your face. You got to do just do the minimum good look dance. Like, you know what I'm talking about. But the thing is, you got to get to the store. Like, don't sit there and take so much time getting ready that you don't actually make it to the store. Like,
maybe in that morning you're on Amazon, the grocery thing or Walmart grocery stuff, and you're ordering your groceries to be delivered to you later on that day, or to pick up after work or something like that. And
that's true too. Yeah, you can do something like that. Yeah. Right. Meal prep service. And again, there's all kinds of things. But the main thing is that you pay attention, you get down, and you focus on something. And whatever that system is for you, take that time. If you don't know what to do, take some time. Maybe the first 90 minutes of your day is, how am I going to do this? What is the most effective thing for me? And just start breaking things down so that you can find something that's effective for you. And once you get on a good rhythm, you're going to need to reevaluate that at some point too. So,
and that's the key of all these categories is it's easy to put down on your list. I want to be healthier, but what does that look like for you? And that's what we want you to do. We want you to say, I want to be healthier, and say, okay, to me, what is healthier? If I drink 3 sodas instead of 7, that's healthier for me.
Yeah, true. It is.
And start there. We just want you to just, a lot of times what we see is these overarching things. I want to work out. Well, what does that look like? Do you want to go for a 15-minute walk in the morning? Do you want to go to the gym and start benching 300 pounds? What does it look like for you? And that's the point of all of these categories as we go through them. What does it look like for you? Drill down into the category. What are you looking to get out of each of these? And then start setting that intention. Start setting that goal. I'm going to do this, because that's what I'm ultimately after. I don't care if I've got a 12-pack abs for the beach, but I want to, my dad body to be a little bit more lean, because I just I want to be able to not be winded at the jungle gym with my kids. That's for you. That's cool. Setting that intention, narrowing down your focus. That's the overarching theme, I think, of this whole episode.
Yeah. Get in there and get focused, which brings us to our next point, I guess, is meditation, huh? What do you got to say about meditation over there, Mr. Yoga guy?
A lot of people that think this is some woo woo whatever, and I was those guys. Listen, I'm not gonna sit.
That's me right there. Woo woo whatever. Meditation.
Yeah. No.
All righty then.
Right.
Anyway.
But, and that's the problem, you know, this is what we think of when we hear these words. It's not necessarily that. Is that a form of meditation? Is that a style of meditation?
It is a style, yes.
And if it's a style for you, do it. That's cool. But what I found is, I went through a bunch of things, and I prefer like a guided meditation that, like a kind of a mindfulness type thing. I'm really in love with Sam Harris's new app, Waking Up. It's got a great 50 days. It just goes right through it. It's really nice. I've also used Zen 12 and stuff like that. Some other things like that. Headspace and Calm. Those are some of the things I like. But the point is, what I found, I've been doing it for maybe a year and a half, 2 years, like really almost every single day. Once in a while I do miss, and is being able to kind of just like refocus your mind, resetting your mind. Like what I've noticed from it is I'll be doing something, and like, and all of a sudden I'll catch myself. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, what am I doing right now? Why am I off in this thing? And that's, to me, what I've learned from meditation is being able to just kind of catch yourself in, whether it's scrolling through Instagram or, you know, or, you know, getting caught up in different tasks and stuff. And it's all, you know, just being able to bring your mind back and saying, why am I doing this? What am I doing right now? That's what I've gained from it. And also, you know, we get upset and you get mad, being able to just kind of like, oh, let's take a breath real quick. Let me just, you know, why am I reacting to this stuff? I think there's a lot of great benefits in meditation. There's, you know, unlock a ton of things.
Yeah. And
popular.
I guess now that I didn't really think about it until like one of my friends was actually like, she's like, do you really know what the meaning of meditate is? And I was like, isn't it just like humming or something like that? She started laughing. She said, no. And then like, I'm just looking up the definition. So meditate, think deeply or focus one's mind for a period of time in silence or with the aid of chanting. You can add this other part for religious or spiritual purposes or as a method of relaxation. But if you just take the first half, to think deeply or focus one's mind for a period of time, like I don't necessarily do the whole chanting and religious part, but I do take time to focus my thoughts. And like, I don't do the classic meditation per se kind of thing, but a good example of a form for me that I would kind of take as meditation, but not really, is when I go running. Like when I'm walking to cool down, like I take that moment because I know it's about, I got to walk for at least half the time. So I usually take like a 5 or 6 minute walk to cool down. So I'll walk around the block. And in that time, like I just kind of think about all the things that I'm grateful for. And just that right there kind of classifies as meditation because you're thinking deeply about something, right? And it's often in silence. There's no cars out on the road or there's nobody yelling at you. Like you're just kind of in thought and you're kind of thinking about something and focusing your thoughts on something. That's technically all meditation really is.
Right.
Yeah. And these other things like chanting and all this religious habitual ceremonial stuff like helps, but it's not always necessary. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, absolutely. No, that's a great point. Those things are meditative to some people. Some people running is meditative. To me, it's torture. You gotta find your style. And that's the thing. I think a misconception as well is people think that meditation is about completely clearing your mind so there's nothing happening in there. No. First of all, that ain't gonna happen. You know, no. Gonna come and go. You have no control over these things. And that's okay. Understanding that, you know, you're gonna go off on this little thought trip. The point is to say, oh, I'm thinking about something else. I'm not focusing on what I should be focusing on right now. And then bringing yourself back. That's, you know, those are great. That's a great example. And there's so many great things. I would encourage you folks. I know on Google Music, there's free meditation stuff that's there. I'm sure Google Music, I'm sure Spotify and all these things has things. Headspace and Calm, they have free things. Like I said, my new favorite app is Waking Up. I believe the first 5 or so meditations are free. Tons of things. I would recommend giving it a try. Try all the different styles. Find one that works for you, and give it a shot. Give it 14 days, and every day just commit a few minutes to saying, let me try this shit out. These guys are crazy, but I'm gonna give this a shot. And I guarantee you start to see parts of your life where you're like, you're normally stressed out. And this fucking idiot is cutting me. Oh no, okay, cool.
Yeah, right. Let it be, man. Let it be.
And that's the power right there. When you can just bring yourself back and they go, oh, it's all right. People are dumb. There's some dumb drivers. All right. They're gonna keep going.
Yeah, it
And
does
that's
wonders.
power. You know, when I get pissed off and something, it's like, oh, all right, cool. I see that. You know, and that's
Yeah, nice.
and then to me the next thing is sleep. And we had this conversation before we started. Like,
Yeah.
sleep is important. We have a discussion about it, but it's the compounding effects over your lifetime, the different things. If you're working out and you're not sleeping good, you're not going to be able to recover well. You know, this is from my perspective here. If you're not sleeping well, you're not going to be able to perform at your job or your tasks, or as a husband, as a brother, or whatever it is that you're doing in life, or sister, or whatever. You're not sleeping well, you're not going to be able to perform well. You're going to make bad eating decisions. Like, to me, from my perspective and the things that I've learned and stuff about sleep, there's a lot of things that just compound, and it's hard. You're like, listen, if I get 2 extra less hours of sleep, I get more work done. But what you're not seeing is, if I get 2 extra hours of sleep, I can get a lot more done in a shorter amount of time because I'm able to focus better. I'm more rested. And like, to me, there's a lot of things. Sleep is getting a little bit more mainstream now, and it's a little cooler to sleep and stuff. But
it's big there, especially because I work in the healthcare field. Like, understand, if you're not getting the deep and restorative sleep that you need, it's okay to go maybe a day or 2 or 3, right? But when you start getting months, when you start getting years, and you haven't had a single night's rest in 10 years, believe me, it happens. I see people like that all the time.
2 of our friends have that problem.
You know, it's like these types of things create problems for you. You get heart problems, right? Which eventually lead to respiratory problems. And the life goes on and on and on. And, or in this case, it would be respiratory problems causing heart-related problems. But not the case. I mean, there's all types of things that you can, you know, if you just want to Google real quick sleep apnea and the side effects that it has, all kinds of stuff, dude. Talking heart failure, talking erectile dysfunction, talking about depression, talking about weight gain. Like, there's a lot of things. So again, your New Year's resolution may have started out, hey, I needed to go to the gym, hey, I need to eat better, but we just want to bring attention to this subject because it is important. Yes. You might want to look at doing sleep before you start looking at these other things. If you're not sleeping well, chances are you trying to eat right, you trying to go to the gym is not going to help you. You might want to focus on your sleeping hygiene. We do have an episode for that. But,
we do.
All right.
But anyway,
does that kind of wrap up everything for health that we want to talk about?
That nails out the health pillar, as we like to call it.
All right. So moving on to the next one. Show me the money. Show me the money. I am Mr. Black People.
Classic movie.
Yeah, classic. But anyway, so moving on to wealth. Again, I don't know what your New Year's resolutions look like, but here's just some prime examples. Again, whatever your block of time is, make sure that you focus on it. But we know stocks is kind of like a common thing. It's kind of like a common thing. Most people either play the stock market and or invested in the stock market, either directly or indirectly through your IRA or 401k, blase. But make time. Do some research on it. You know, you wake up, you got this morning show, CNBC, right? Waking Bell tells you as soon as the market opens, like what's happening, what's going on. You know, there's all kinds of people on there. There's all kinds of shows you can watch. 2 of the ones that, one of the ones I like to watch is Mad Money. And then I think you showed me that Fast Money one. That Fast Money one was actually pretty decent for a while too.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just like intelligent people who are talking about stocks and what they could or might do. On Fridays, Fast Money has an options section so that you can chime in for that if you're interested in options. But again, this is not about going out and going all in and, you know, taking a mortgage out on your house and throwing it all into the stock market. We're not talking about that, right? We're talking about take some time, get educated, listen to what people have to say. Look at what the markets are doing. Go out and maybe get like a fake trading account, you know, and just kind of do stuff with that. But, you know, investing is one of the ways to have your money work for you and end up ahead of the game at the end. versus you working for money your whole life. So anyway, anything to add on that?
No.
Stocks?
No, just say like we said earlier, what is your intention? If your intention is to get more involved in that, then do it. Get up in the morning, start getting involved in it, spend that time.
Yeah, you got to put that time in. For me, I got real estate in my background, and my partner here, homie Tyson, like what we used to look at, 10 deals a week, like at
Something
least.
like that. Like physically, like get the newspaper, do all this stuff,
Yep.
drive to every single location and
Do
spend
a
the time like looking at this.
look at them, go to open houses. There was a section when I used to go down to the courthouse to try and buy houses. Like, read books, people. There's a lot of books out there. Like, go do stuff. If you want to look at properties, you want to buy an investment property, take that time. Go see a loan officer. Go see a realtor. You know what I mean? Have that realtor send you properties. You know, he can send you a bunch of properties. Trust me. Well, I mean, don't blow up the phone lines. But if you want properties in Hawaii, I can send you them. It's like, tell me what your criteria is, and I can put you on a blanket email. Any realtor in the world can do that. I'm sure they'd love to do that for you. Not a problem.
Beg you to put them on the list to show you property.
Exactly. You know, it's not that hard. But again, just one of the ways to improve your wealth is to investing, whether that be stocks, whether that be real estate, whether that be whatever. Yeah. You need to take some time, right? Meditate, right? Focus on, you know, what might be the best thing for me, and pick something and just start learning about it. Yeah. What else we got here?
And the same thing. If you wake up every morning and you don't want to get out of bed because you hate going to fucking ABC Corp, start thinking about that. Like, this year, I want to get promoted. I want to get out of here. I want to get into a new industry. I want to make my side hustle my real hustle. Like, whatever it is for you. This is my intention. What do I need to do? If I want to, I'm tired of fucking being this guy that sits at desk 7 for 14 fucking years now. How do I get to Bob's office? Bob's retired. Bob's getting promoted. What do I need? What is their qualifications? Damn, I don't have 4 out of the 5. Okay. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna open up YouTube. I'm gonna open up MIT's website or whatever it is for you, and I'm gonna spend 30 minutes, and I'm gonna take the course curriculum. I'm gonna read, get better at this, and then I'm gonna put my application in. Listen, I've upped my skills. I'm qualified. This is how I'm gonna be Bob's replacement. This is what I'm gonna do for the company. This is my goals. This is my intention. This is what I've set out. Here's the things I've done. These are some ideas. If you're not happy with your job, you know.
And some of the times, like, it doesn't always have to be the same company, man. You can go laterally to the competitor or to another company who doesn't know anything about you. You know what I mean? You just got to beef up that resume. You know, go take a class or learn how to do resumes, or go just redo your resume. Just look through it and be like, you know, how can I improve this? How can I do it better? You may even find by working your resume, you learn more about yourself by completing your resume than you do any other task.
Right. And you're going to see those gaps.
Yeah, you're like, dang, I do have the skill. Dang, I do have that skill. It's like, it can actually be an eye-opening, positive experience to just go through, look at your resume. You know what I mean? And if you're that guy who you hate your job, you wake up every day hating that 72% of your life, change that.
Yes.
Go look in the classifieds, look at prep that resume, and go look at new jobs. Go get a new job. Go think about what job would actually, I love to wake up every morning. Like, I'm going to wake up every morning and go to work. I love that. Like, find that job. Yeah. You can do it. Don't settle for 6 excuses. You got time. When you wake up in the morning, sit down and think about what that job is going to be and go find it.
Or another one that just popped in my head was, maybe there's something about your job you don't like that you can start brainstorming. Like, I would love to go to work here if this would change. How can what can I do? Is it me? Is it the culture? Is it the rules? Whatever it is. There's lots of things we can open our mind and start to say, why don't I like being here? I never wanted to be an accountant. I got thrown into this and I just didn't want to change. Whatever it is for you, you know, understand what is the problem, and either how can I get out of it? How can I solve it? How can I make changes? Open up your mind to the problem that's there, what you don't like, whatever it is for you.
Yeah. The other thing too, this is also a hit from Tim Ferriss. Ask to do your job from home.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that, if you just set the right systems in place and your employer really wants to keep you and really enjoys having you, and you just tell them, you know what, I don't need a raise, I don't need anything else. All I really want to do is to be able to work from home.
Yeah.
Sometimes this is not for everybody, but sometimes they'll be like, okay, let's set that up and let's get you working from home. You'll save way more time on your commute. You'll
Yep.
save way more time on your meals. Who knows? You could do workout. You could make meals at home while you're working. Like, the possibilities are
Yeah.
limitless if you start working from home. Believe
Yeah.
me.
Your travel expenses
So
will go down. There's a huge
it's
thing.
like, man, I gotta wake up and go to work. Just walk across the room, sit down at
Yeah.
your desk.
That's what I
Like,
do. I go from there to here. Good to go.
well, done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Done.
saying? Like, it's a life-changing thing. Like, don't always think inside the box. If you sit down and you think, you know what, man, why do I even have to be in this building? Like, I could do this job from home. Hey, come up with a proposal. Propose to your boss. You know what? I can do the job from home. This is how I'm gonna do it. You might come up with something new there. You may even make that company more money by doing so.
Yeah.
You never know.
Absolutely. Good idea. That's a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything else in the wealth pillar we wanted to throw out some
Um,
ideas about?
if you feel like you're working harder than you are getting compensated for, ask for more compensation. You know,
Yeah.
that's the number one thing that people are always afraid to do. Ask for a raise.
Yep.
Hey, boss, can I get a raise? No. Done. That easy.
Yeah. And then even a good follow-up question is, okay, what do I need to do to get a raise?
Yeah.
Like, and then maybe your boss is like, I don't know. I just know we can't give raises right now. Or, you know what? If you did this, this, and this, I could
Yeah.
promote you. And then that comes with a raise.
Or, I got this project coming on.
Yeah.
You want to tackle that? I'll give you a bonus for it.
Yeah.
Like, something I need to get off my plate. Go do it.
Yep.
You never know. All they can do is say no.
Yep. But
Say
if you
no,
sit at your
problem
desk,
solved.
you never know.
Say no, problem solved. It's that easy.
Boom. And then on that note, but in a different pillar, relationships.
Oh, relationships. Define sexual relations. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Oh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, yeah, I mean, whatever, love, relationships, whatever you want to call it. I mean, this doesn't always have to be with your significant other. This could be the relationships that you have with your mother or your father or your brother or sister, son, daughter,
Yeah.
whatever relationship you have with yourself. Maybe you wake up every morning, you hate that person that you see, and you don't know why.
Yeah.
But basically, this is all part of it, right? This is the whole everything encompassing. These are what a lot of people have as their New Year's resolutions. I want to find a loved one. I want to have a better relationship with God. I want to have a better relationship with myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying?
A better relationship with my partner, with my kids, with my fill in the blank.
Yeah. With my dog. Who knows, man? Whatever the case is going to be, man.
Yeah.
But this, to me, I guess, I can't stress it enough as far as relationships go, is, use other people. The people that you hang around with the most, right?
Yeah.
5 people you hang around the most is what you're going to be like. So this is the part where I say get out there and find that couple and emulate them.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have a better relationship with a male on male, female on female, whatever that's going to be. Go find those people who are already doing great in the relationships and be like, hey, I'm going to go to a movie, whatever, you two want to come. Like, throw it out there. Or if they're going to have a dinner party at their house and they invite you, like, go. Don't sit there and be like, oh, no, I can't go. Like, just go. Learn more and observe. Like, what do these two people say to each other? How do they react with one another? And just kind of like ask them, like, how do they meet? Like, there's so many things you can do just by being around what you want to accomplish. It's amazing.
Yeah. And with that, I'd like to add also, you think about, I want this kind of partner and all these things. Then you got to think on the other side of that. It says, like, to attract this type of partner, what kind of person do I need to be? What kind of things do I need to be doing? And
exactly.
then you can attract this type of partner when you're working on yourself and you're like, If I want an outdoorsy person, well, I need to get out there and I need to be outdoorsy, whatever it is, and you need to become that person so you can attract the type of person you want to attract.
Right. And you got to do it real. Don't be this fake like, oh, I want to attract a sugar daddy, so I'm going to go buy all these Louis Vuitton purses and do all this short-term stuff and drive a fancy car. So like, you got to think long-term. You got to think about what is going to be long and lasting. If you're doing these things without integrity, and you're doing these things with false justifications on things, it's not going to work out, because that person is going to love this facade that you're putting on. And when they find out the real you, then number one, they're going to feel cheated. And number two, they may not just want to talk to you ever again. Like, you never know.
Yeah. There goes all that work.
It's just like, you did all of this work, you got everything that you ever wanted, but it was a facade. And now you don't have it anymore. And now people talk stink about you, or whatever the case might be. So just be careful about all that.
So,
and then
for relationships, what are you looking for? You got to pick up some courses. Do you got to get some books? Do you need to go to your local community center or church or whatever it is and get into a singles class or something like that? Like,
Yeah, and like, I'm not here to knock on church. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there, especially nowadays, that aren't too hooked on religion. I'm not necessarily trying to upsell religion, but I'm just trying to say that if you want couples and people who have been together for a long time, if you go to church, you will see couples who have been married for 10, 20, 30 years, and it's because marriage is hard work. And what most people don't realize is within church, people who are church going, the number one thing in the relationship is not themselves. The number one thing in the relationship is their God or their creator or whoever that may be, or whatever it is. And when two people can put something other than themselves first in their life, that's how they make stuff work. Yeah, this is a relationship. This is about giving and taking. This is about sharing with one another and enjoying with one another. This isn't about me, 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 me.
Right.
Just kind of take a second to like think about that. It's like, wait a minute. Two people who are in a relationship where something else is greater than their relationship. Like, yeah, that's exactly how it works. It doesn't have to be God. It can be whatever it is. But I'm just saying, if you go to church, you will notice that people conduct themselves in a different manner. You'll notice that they are different towards each other than when they're at work. And like, if you notice these things and you put yourself around these things and you can emulate these things, then that's how you can attract the other type of person that you want, or things that you want into your life. It's powerful.
That's exactly the point there. Go where you want to find people that you want to be like.
Yeah.
Wherever that is for you.
Yeah, for sure. And then the last thing, I guess, is, for relationships, everything's online now. A lot of people are scared to go online. Like, well, I don't know. It's like, you can review the profile. Yeah. You can look at people. Thing about the internet is it widens your search. You're not limited to one area or geographical location. Like, you can find somebody all over the world who has similar likes to what you want and to what you do. And it's not just limited to your local area. Like, I don't know. You're getting a greater reach. You're getting results that are more fine-tuned towards you, because you're going to input what you like and what you don't like. And the other person is looking for the same thing too. So don't knock it till you try it. If you haven't tried going online, try it. I mean, just depending on what site you want. If you want to find the love of your life, you might not want to go on Tinder or Grindr, but
setting your intention.
But at the same time, like, if you just want to get into like the dating world, maybe those apps are good for you, because they're good dating sites. You can at least get out there and get comfortable with dating again. But just be cautious. There's a lot of things out there, but
yeah.
Hey.
And that goes, like I said, it just keeps going back to that thing. You can easily go and find a dating service with a specific thing that you're interested in, specific type of group, or farmers. I've seen different religious type of things, different ethnic things, and you can go in there and like, this is what I'm looking for, and here's the place where they all hang out, and it's easier for you to at least narrow your search down to find that person that works with you and is compatible with you.
Yeah, and that's just kind of all part of it, is like finding that person takes a lot of searching, and sometimes these websites can optimize that search, just like when you search for anything else on Google, right? You want to find out how to do something, you want to look something up, go look on Google. Same thing that these websites are trying to accomplish. Anyway.
And then on to the last pillar, per se, happiness. With a
happiness. With a Y, yes, for sure.
Yeah, so what is your intention if you feel like you're not happy? Like, what are some things that, take that word, like I said earlier, and break that down. What am I looking for? And if it's money and if it's things, I'll let you know right now, it ain't going to help.
Temporarily.
Very temporarily.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I just bought a bed. It helps me sleep at night, but I have been sleeping on the floor for all these.
Pretty soon you'll readjust and your new standard will be that level.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to start from somewhere, right?
Yes, absolutely. But it goes back to setting intentions. Like, I want to be happier when I wake up in the morning, to feel better. I need a better bed. It's that time. And you have a clear intention instead of saying, I want to be happy, and then going, well, I don't know, where's happiness at? I haven't seen you around today.
I think I left it in my purse. Hold on, let me check.
That's not happening. But saying, what are the things I'm looking for to make me happy? Where on this other list, or where are these other things, or what, maybe you have a condition and you're like, I really need to take this seriously. I need to start seeking professional help, whatever it is for you, Good thing I like to talk about is gratitude. I mean, you can't be in these other states if you're in a state of gratitude. Like I've said before, there's 3,000-4,000 people every morning that just don't wake up. So every time you wake up and open those eyes up, be fucking thankful as hell you were able to do that.
Yeah, not everybody has that opportunity.
Yeah, but there's so many things that this can be superficial at first, and can start getting down. You can. I heard of this author. I think his name is AJ Jacobs. He just wrote a book where he took his cup of coffee and he went that entire supply chain and thanked the guys that roasted the beans, that grew the beans, that trucked the beans, that shipped the beans, that made the water go to his house. He went and he thanked every single person that touched that entire process. That's the things you can start thinking about. You can start thinking like, thank you, engineers, for this goddamn internet I have right now, for being able to watch these two fools talk about this stuff. Like, this is amazing, and not take it for granted.
Yeah, but I mean, you can kind of get through it. And I guess obviously for me, I have a pattern of kind of going through it, because when I go running at the end of my run, like, I think about it, but like, I've just kept like this chain of memories that like I can always go back to and like be like, damn, that was a good day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just, there's like a lot of good memories I have, and like you'd be surprised that you forget every now and then, but eventually you'll just get on this good train thought, like, oh, I remember this day we did that, and then that brings up another memory. It's like, oh, I remember a day we did that, and like, oh, I remember a day we did this, and like, I don't know, I just have this whole like list of good memories, like somewhere up in here. Can't recall them all at the same time, but you know what I mean? Like, you just kind of go back and like relive those moments, like, like, oh, the best birthday ever, like, it was great, or like the day my son accomplished this, or the day I really needed help and some stranger just came out of the blue and just helped me. Like, for those kinds of things, like, you just be thankful for them, remember them, and let that take you, because from there, those positive feelings, you get more positive feelings. And like, when I say be grateful, like, truly be grateful, not just like, oh, I got this new bed, but like be grateful for something deep down inside here in your soul. Like, find the cause of that. Oh, I'm grateful because I got this new watch. Well, what about this new watch makes it so great? Like, take it a step further. And it's like, well, what about that makes it so great? And it's like, you can kind of dive into and find out why things are great for you and why they have such an impact on your life. And that's the main key.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's really all I have to say about that. I mean, finding that happiness, whatever it is for you, expressing the gratitude for the things, even the shitty things in life. You can find, damn, that was fucked up, but boy, am I grateful it happened. Now I know what not to do. Now, whatever it is for you, you know, there's always something to be grateful for in the shit.
And even any of our opportunities that are out there, you know, this might not be relevant, but I was just reading Ray Dalio the other day. He's like, maturity is like the ability to pass a good opportunity in pursuit of an even better one. Like, you know what I mean? Like you gotta be out there and know what's great. Like if you're just selling for everything that's good in life, you know, I think there's more to you than that. I think there's a lot more to you than just settling for what's good. You got to learn that sometimes you got to pass up the good stuff to get what you really want, because that's the even better stuff. That's the best stuff in life that you can get. And sometimes you got to pass up good stuff to get it.
And that's when you need to know what you're after. Clear, concise intentions, goals, whatever you want to call them. Then you can say, this isn't quite what I'm looking for yet. So you can, thank you, but I'm still working towards something greater than this.
Yeah, and it takes time. It takes time. You got to find out what that is for you. You got to find a way to make that happen, and you got to set time aside to make it happen.
Absolutely. Anything else on happiness you want to talk about?
No, man. I think that's it, man.
Square on that. So, we're, you know, January, we're here we are. December was great. I'd like to thank everybody that helped donate to the Holiday Helper. We were able to donate about $240 worth of food to the children's home. And we also did $260 some odd to the local food banks and stuff like that. And whatever, it was great. I thank everybody that participated. And those of you that did things in your community, I'd love to hear about what you guys did over the holidays. I'm very interested in learning and hearing about more things. You guys can share that with us, social media, whatever. You want to shoot an email over to the show, that'd be great. But we're back to giveaways. I love giving stuff away. I love you folks, you know, benefiting from things that we've come across that we really enjoy in our life. For January, we talked about meditation. We talked about these things. We talked about focusing on ourselves. And to me, one of the greatest ways to help you focus is the Waking Up app by Sam Harris. I'm giving away 1 year of that app. It's a subscription-based thing. So 1 whole year, you'll have access to that entire app. That's our gift to you to help you start this new year, help you focus, help you get into meditation or not, help you on your way if you are. Whatever it is, we want you to be clear and concise in your goals and your focuses and your intentions. And to me, this is one great way to do it. If you'd like to get into this giveaway, if you'd like to learn more about the app in itself, you guys can head over to the socialchameleon.show/pickme. You can learn about the app, and you can also get into the giveaway if you want. Please share it with your friends and people that you think will benefit from this. And we'll be giving away one winner, 1 year of service.
Sweet. All right.
And then this week's challenge, I challenge you folks to set your intentions. What do you want out of life? What lifestyle do you want? Not what your friends want, not what your family wants, not what Instagram says. What do you want? You know, set that goal, set that intention. Do it now.
When would now be a good time?
Right now.
Right now.
That intention, set that goal. Start picking it apart like we've already gone through. That's this week's challenge. Go do it.
Nice. Yeah. And then with that, just the final thoughts. You know, take this moment for yourself. If you're watching or you're listening to this episode, there's a reason you're listening to it. There's a reason you're watching it. Only you can make the difference in your life. Take this moment right here, right now, to focus and make the changes that you need to make this year. Yeah.
And with that, if this episode is helpful to you, please share it with these 2 other people. The best way to support this show is sharing with others, leaving a like, leaving a review. If you want to support the show, you like what we're doing, you want to reach more people, that's the best way to help us out. In between shows, you guys can follow us and catch us what we're up to on social media, all the fun social media places at the Social Chameleon Show, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. You can subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. For past episodes and links to everything we talk about here today, You guys can visit socialchameleon.show. Until next time, keep learning, growing, and transforming into the person you want to become.